Okay, I want to talk about a couple things related to yin yang in the Bible. So, Jesus said, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." He said, "Blessed are the pure of heart, for they can see God." So, I said in the previous video, the yin yang symbol is a map of human experience, kind of how we see things. So, you have the outside world. It is white. It is creative. Like, for instance, sunlight. The sun is creative, produces light, bounces off something, and then it hits your eye, which is a hole in your body. So it's a hole into darkness. It's there, then it goes into your skull, and it gets translated into an electrochemical signal. So what hit the outside of your eye is not what you see. It's a translation. It's a creative act by your mind. So it's a balance between creativity and receptivity. The outside world is creative, introduces something into your eye, then your mind is a receptive space. It's like a canvas for an artist in you, a magical angel artist, to draw a picture of what it saw. Okay, and being poor in spirit means having a clear canvas. This is a clear night sky. Only the moon is in it. There's nothing competing with the moon. Being pure of heart is also similar. This is a pure space. There's no pollution here. Okay, so you're openly receptive to the truth of what hits your eye, and then your mind creates a high fidelity representation of it. Even though it's not the actual thing, it's extremely accurate. It's like a good witness at a trial that's being truthful and has a good memory and good eyesight and everything else. It's high fidelity. It's different, but it's high fidelity. So you can rely on it. It's truthful. If you are not poor in spirit, you have spirits in here. You're haunted. So you can imagine the night sky populated with stars. That's like the adulterous woman in the gospel who's surrounded by accusers who are going to stone her. The stars are like stones. It's also like a crown of thorns around Jesus. You know, you have the circular notion of the crown, and then the stars are like thorns. Or like the kingdom of God is like a mustard seed. Even though it's the tiniest of all seeds, when it grows, the birds come and perch, and it grows into a big tree, and birds come and perch in its branches, and that sounds lovely. However, in this case, you have a whole bunch of birds, and they're in there, and they're shitting, and they're making noise. You have ghosts. You have lights competing with the truth, with the reflection. You know, the moon is reflected sunlight. So the moon as a symbol of what your mind does to the outside world, in the case of vision, but it's applicable to all senses, it is a really good. The moon is like a mirror of what came in, and to the extent that you are polluted, you might have clouds, which kind of like ghosts, you know, with blankets. You might have lots of stars or other things in the sky competing and polluting the sky so that you cannot see the truth. And they can be beliefs, attitudes, memories, trauma triggers, opinions, doubt, distrust, confusion. And that's from things coming in from the outside world, from someone being creative in a negative way. Like Judas's betrayal, he was creative. He came up with an idea. He's going to throw Jesus under the bus. And it came into Jesus' mind, and now that memory is there. Is this person betraying me? Is that person betraying me? Is this person betraying me? And if it happens to you enough, you expect everybody to betray you. And that's just the way because you're not poor in spirit. You're not pure in heart. And it's not a fault of someone who's been victimized like this, but it is the truth of it. And so it's a knowing this, it's incumbent upon all of us to, number one, be aware of it in ourselves, and be aware that sometimes we don't see reality. We see the result of other experiences that taint our reality. But also don't do things to populate someone else's mind with spirits like that, with bad stuff, bad memories, opinions, doubt, confusion, distrust, all that kind of stuff. Low confidence in one's abilities, low confidence in one's ability to see, to know what's true, any kind of thing like gaslighting, all that sort of emotional torture is what the intention is, to create a minefield here that people have to navigate every time they encounter something in their life. They're encumbered and they're slowed down and they're distressed and they're weakened and they're sickened and they're fatigued by the effort of fighting through all of the various, whether they're thorns or nasty birds, which can be like mosquitoes, just nipping at you, like there's an expression, being nibbled to death by ducks. Each one just takes a little bit out of you, and then ultimately that's part of the motivation of some emotional torture that goes on. Literally, it is intended to get your mind wasting cycles and doubting and doubting and doubting, and have this space. The yin-yang symbol is a representation of things in balance. It is a perfect balance between the creative and the receptive. You have the creative outside world, you have the receptive person who is fully receptive to it, from the sense of their physical body is able to capture the things correctly, their eyes work correctly, and then inside their mind works correctly, and they generate a high fidelity. It's not the exact, that's an electrochemical signal in the case of vision, and this is light coming in, but it's high fidelity. It's accurate, and they can have confidence in it. And when you have confidence in it, you can move forward, and you can do things boldly, and you can make good decisions, and you can be happy and not always doubting and being distressed. So that's one other thing that the yin-yang symbol depicts. And the story of the adulterous woman, if you think about well, I'll go into other stuff later, but I'll go, if you think about this, the story of King Solomon and the two women who both competed for a baby. One of them wasn't the mother and one of them was. So you can think about the one that was the mother being the one that wasn't the mother is actually the light. It's an interesting thing. So what we see all the time is, like in the case of vision, it's like an electrochemical signal. So the mother in that case is our mind. Our mind has made images for us out of what came in through our eyes. And the other woman, who isn't really the mother of what we're looking at, is actually like our eyes, and the light that came in and is on the outside of our eyes, like a persona. And so the idea is you have two eyes, but you see one thing, and it reflects the input from both. And you have two ears, and you have two nostrils, and all the kind of other stuff. There's more, but that's all I'm going to say for now, because I'm fucking exhausted.